Wednesday.
I'm Cece.
I'm Liz, and this is
Let Me Call My Sis. And we are starting a new segment that's going to be just for the holiday season, so November and December, right?
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
those 2 months. So now we're going to start off every episode with a holiday or Christmas movie, and we're going to rate it.
Yes.
So we'll each bring one every single week, okay?
Yeah.
So my holiday movie for this week is Holiday in the Wild.
I haven't seen it.
So me and mom watched it. I think it's on Netflix. It has Charlotte from Sex and the City. I don't know like what her real name is.
Yeah.
But it's like not your typical Christmas movie. She actually goes to Africa.
Oh.
But it is Christmas themed. Like she spends the holiday out there, and like that's why it's called Holiday in the Wild. Okay, what are we rating it on? Like a stars? Like how many stars out of 5?
Stars, yeah, out of 5.
So I give that one 5 stars.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cute mix between. It gives you like a
Is
little.
it like a romance, a comedy?
Yeah, it's a rom-com. It's a rom-com for sure, but also holiday. So I feel like it's a rom-com with a holiday twist, but not to where the whole focus is Christmas. But there is Christmas incorporated into it.
Yeah,
But it's a really cute one. It's like you're not your typical one, so I'm obsessed with this. So if you guys want to watch it, looking for a new one, Holiday in the Wild. It's really
Holiday
good.
in the Wild is on Netflix.
Yes.
Okay. So the movie I picked is called 4 Christmases.
I'm so upset that she chose this as her first one because, first of all, if Nancy was on the podcast, 100% that would be the one she chooses.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites, especially just because the whole movie itself, like I could relate to it since we're always splitting up on the holidays.
Yes.
Not 4 times.
Wait, so 4 Christmases has Vince Vaughn, it has Reese Witherspoon. Those are like the 2 main ones. And then there's like a bunch of other celebrities that are in it.
Somebody else big. I don't think so. I think it's just them 2.
No, I think there's like a couple other ones.
His best friend?
His brother.
His
It's
brother.
his brother. I can't think of the names, but the main characters are Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
It's a really good movie. I think it's a rom-com too, isn't it?
It's more comedy than anything. But yeah, it's kind of a rom-com, but more comedy. It's
really
hilarious.
Funny. It's a really good movie, though. I really recommend it, especially if you have if you and your partner split holidays between your family and their family. I recommend it. It's really
Lisa's
good movie.
life.
It is my life. It is.
Could you imagine trying to split with 4?
I can't.
Like you guys, it's already
like
tough with 2.
With 2, I can't even imagine 4. Like I think I wouldn't do it. I would be like that and just go on a vacation.
Yeah, if you guys like that is just such a classic holiday, like you have to watch it.
Yeah, that's
For
a good one.
Christmases is just such a good fucking movie. I love it.
It is.
Nancy, her favorite actor is Vince Vaughn, so that's one of her top movies. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like
It's
I
a good
will watch
one.
it every year. It's really funny. It's just a really good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I sympathize with you because seeing that movie and then seeing you like just split 2 holidays, I think with just once you have kids, it's so hard because it's one day. It's not like a holiday split up, you know, so it's like it's one day. So that just sucks. Having to like
especially since we're both like the same race, we always celebrate the same day at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
It's nice when you're dating someone of a different race because then if you guys know Christmas, Hispanics tend to celebrate it Christmas
24th,
Eve and the 24th. And then usually like Americans, they celebrate it on Christmas Day, the 25th. So like us as Hispanics, it's easy when we're with an American because then you just, okay, I get one day, you get one day. But if you're dating a Hispanic like Lise, then you're kind of screwed because all of the holidays is just one day.
Yes.
And you're splitting it between the 2 families.
So
That's
excited.
like, who do you start off with? Who do you end with? And then it's like if the times don't align, like it'd be cool if like one celebrated earlier and then later, but if it's like overlapping.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that. I would be dreading that.
It is stressful.
But it still doesn't take away from the holiday season. Like it's still fun.
Of the year.
Right?
No, it's stressful.
Okay.
It's stressful.
Wait, okay, so you didn't rate the movie though.
Oh,
so
5 out of 5.
4 Christmases, 5 stars?
5 out of 5.
Okay. 5 stars. Make sure you go watch it. It's really, really
It's
good.
on HBO Max, I think.
I don't even know what it's on.
I'm pretty sure I just saw it on HBO Max because I was gonna
Okay.
watch it the other day and I fell asleep.
Oh, were you? I'm looking forward to watching it. I will be watching it this month for sure.
Yeah.
Right
Well,
now,
we were
I've been
gonna.
focused on Stranger Things.
We just
because-
restarted it because the new season's coming out.
What do you mean you just restarted it? We started in September and we're finally now I think 4 episodes
But we watch an
away.
episode every night. We'll be caught up by
Oh,
then.
well, you live together. So
Yeah.
you really watch one
Yeah.
every single night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were doing good up until now, season 4. And I feel like this one, since we've had events going on the weekend,
Yeah.
we haven't really had that much time
You
where
have
we're
2
just
weeks.
hanging out.
Or
I
3
know,
weeks.
I know. No,
2 or 3.
I think it might be 3, actually. I don't know.
I don't know, but you have 2 or 3
But
weeks.
I'm not making that many plans from now until then, so
Yeah.
I'm tired. So I think we're gonna have a little bit more
I still have
downtime.
plans. We're gonna
We're-
get Santa pictures, the Chris Kindle Market.
Oh no, I have plans. I'm just saying, like from now until Stranger Things, I
Oh.
kind of wanna, cause I started
Chill.
Christmas shopping.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm trying to kind of not spend so much out and
Yeah.
focus more on like trying to advance, because our goal for like the past couple years now has been to where we really try to be done Christmas shopping by December 1st.
Yes.
Because before, like me, Lisa, and my mom especially, Nancy has always been better at that. Nancy like will finish Christmas shopping pretty early, but us the week before, the week of, sometimes we were still at the mall.
Yeah.
Like with all those crowds and everything. Like it's fun. I like being out there and seeing the lights and like you feel festive.
Yeah.
So it's not that, but it's also like the pressure of like still not being done and
Like
then
finding that
spending
gift.
so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
all
yeah.
at once. It was just stressful.
Yeah.
To where we
I
were
still
like,
want to do that though.
I still want to go, but I want to leave that for like extra gifts.
Yeah.
I want to be done with like the main gifts.
Right.
By December 1st, ideally, just so that like then I can just focus on like the Chris Kindle Market and just kind of
No, I'm
just
not doing
enjoying
Chris
the.
Kindle Market in December.
Yeah, that's true. I should probably do it in December, in
Yeah.
November. Well, are we gonna go together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
That's
like
what
a
I thought.
triple date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
why not. Yeah, but for sure. So and another thing with us is we like to watch Christmas movies. So
Love it.
I haven't looked to see any of the new ones that are coming out. I'm sure there's new ones.
There's a new
Hallmark.
one with Lindsay Lohan, I think.
Is there another one?
And Chad Michael Murray, is that his name?
He had one last year with.
She has a new one this year.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I tagged you and Nancy in it.
Oh, I don't remember seeing.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
remember. Okay, so we watch a lot of Christmas movies and
Yeah.
holiday movies. So we'll have plenty every week.
We'll have one each week.
Yeah, and then once Nancy joins us again, you'll get 3 reviews.
News
every
is she might be back next week.
Yeah, we'll see. That's what the word on the street is, but we'll find out. You'll find out next week. But kind of tying along with the holidays and family, our topic for today is gonna be close family pros and cons. We grew up with a really close family. We're still super close, and we can acknowledge the fact that while there's so many pros, there are also
So many
quite a bit of cons that you might not think of. Overall, for me, it's worth everything, but yeah, there's times where like it can get
A little much.
a little much. Yeah,
Then you're a lot to blame for it.
Okay, I've gotten better though. I will say me and my mom we probably make up a lot of the cons,
Yes.
at least in the past.
I think majority of them.
I've done okay. You and Nancy haven't been saints, but me and my mom are very
Involved.
I guess
Very
is a good-
opinionated.
very opinionated.
Very outspoken.
That all comes from a good place.
Yeah.
And wanting to make sure
Very out
everyone's
there.
safe and happy and
Very
taken
vocal.
care of. I don't know why
Very-
she's doing so much.
Yeah, I agree.
Why don't we talk about the pros? Let's bring positive vibes over here. Okay, I feel like I've talked to Nancy about this, how like I feel like one of the biggest reasons right now that there's so many people in America, and not just America, like in other parts too, that deal with depression and deal with loneliness. And I truly think it comes from the fact that, especially here, like you don't really have a sense of community anymore. Would you agree with that?
It's true.
I feel like, you know, years back before everything became modern and like the way it's living now, you know, most people, you would live on like a family compound.
Yeah.
So when you would have kids or whatever, like they were around all their cousins, they were around all your siblings. Like you worked as a team, you worked as a village. Like, you know, that saying, like it takes a village. Like back then it really did.
Yeah.
Like everyone was involved, everyone would help, and you never felt like you wouldn't feel alone. At least I imagine. I obviously wasn't born back then, but like it's very different now. You know, right now you have people who they live in different states than their siblings. They live an hour away from their parents. Like, so when they have a partner and they start a family, a lot of the times it's just them. Yeah. Like they don't have their siblings system there. They don't have the grandparents there on a consistent weekly basis, at least, right? So a lot of them, you know, they pay for childcare. They'll send them to daycare, like whatever the case. But like, all like their life is them too, like you and your partner, and you guys are pretty much the ones. The going gets tough, like you guys have an issue, there's like something you got to pay for or whatever, like you're relying on each other pretty much and each other only. And I feel like a lot of families right now aren't close to where they don't fall back on their family. You're kind of just on your own.
You know what though, but I feel like sometimes that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Why?
I feel like sometimes you kind of need that independency between you and your partner, so you guys could actually see how you and him work as a team.
Oh, for sure.
Because then if you have like your family to fall back on, oh, well, it's easy to say, well, don't worry about it, I'll just call my mom. Don't worry about it, I'll just call my sister. Don't worry about it, I'll just call blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't really test like you and your partner to see how you guys communicate and how you guys work together to figure out your problems.
I actually agree with that completely, and I have a example of this week. When was this? When I was Friday night. You know how my car like broke down or whatever. So obviously my immediate thought was I gotta call dad. So I called dad and I'm on the phone with him and mom and like trying to figure everything out. And I'm like, you gotta come over here. And dad was like maybe a 25-minute, 30-minute drive away from me. I don't know. But the point is I was like freaking out. I was like, fuck, like, you know, now I gotta wait for my dad. I gotta call State Farm. I called you to like get the insurance company and like everything, right? This whole time, Patrick was like an 8-minute drive from me. Yeah. Did I call him? No. I called dad and I was just like freaking out. So then he like called me maybe a half hour later and I like didn't answer right away. And then I called him back and I'm like, well, I'm stranded, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, so why didn't you call me? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, well, why didn't you call me? And then I told him where I was and he's like, I literally drive that way. Like I go through there to go home from work. He's like, why wouldn't you call me so I could go like see if I could jump it, or because I didn't know what was wrong with the car, right? Like, my car just didn't turn on, right? And he was like, you could have called me, and I was just like, I mean, I guess, but like I'm just so used to falling back on my family.
But to be
and,
fair, it's also because you guys are like still fresh.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying like that. It's a perfect example of it, to where like that was a good opportunity for me to call him and see if he was reliable and like would be, which I know he is. But like if I didn't know that, that's a good where I didn't. Yeah. Because my immediate
was fuck, I gotta call dad.
Which isn't a bad thing. Like no, it's not. Like there's so many people out there who don't have that to fall back on. So I feel very blessed and grateful that I do have a family where I know that if something goes wrong, I don't have to freak out or be like, well, what am I gonna do? Like I have a whole support system. I have like my sisters, I have my parents.
Like last time when they went to go help you bring everything back, the van.
Yeah, the van broke down.
The van broke down, and then you guys called Oliver, and then Oliver went. You know, but not everybody has that. And it's not necessarily... And
Oliver's not even like our blood. No, Oliver's her boyfriend. But we like, mom was right away. She's like, well, call Lee so Oliver could come. Like we just immediately, which again, I like that because I feel like we do work as a unit, which I understand what you're saying. Like, there's situations where it should be just between you guys, but then there's also situations where it's so nice to know that like, okay, well, if something happens with one of us is usually free and like somewhere, and sometimes that involves some of us like moving away our plan. Like you guys had plans, you were gonna go do a bunch of stuff, and then that ended up not happening because Oliver came to rescue us.
Which is, like I said, it's not a bad thing.
It's circumstantial.
There it is. That's like a better term for it, because there's some situations, like I said, where it should just be you and your partner. You guys figure it out together.
Like a day-to-day thing.
Yeah. And then there's certain circumstances like what you had, where you're like, well, you know, we do have that person, so why not use it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I second that, though. I feel, well, like I said, I feel like there is stuff, I don't think it's necessarily bad where you don't have someone to fall back on certain situations, and then some there is. But I've never had to feel like I've never had a support system, so I wouldn't know. But I am grateful for it.
I am too. I think because we grew up with it and because we've never been without it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes can forget that majority of people don't have this and don't live this way. But I do think like we've grown a lot as a family over the past few years to where, I know I can call my parents and they'll be there like immediately and drop everything that they're doing to go help me. But now it's nice, maybe you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a fine line between knowing that you have your family there and being able to lean on them while also not abusing it.
Yeah.
And not that they would see it as abusing or anything like
For
that.
sure.
But just like if it's not necessary, if I have someone else who's like closer to me, well, why wouldn't I call them, you know? Especially now, you know, our family is growing, we have more people in it, so it is nice because then you can kind of just reach out to whoever's closer. Now the other person that's an hour away doesn't have to drive all this way because now this person's like 10 minutes from here, let's just call them and have this. But it's just nice that we have like a bunch of resources. But like you said, on a day-to-day, on a smaller thing, it's mainly you and your partner who are working things out, who are helping each other, who are there for each other.
Right.
But it's nice to know that like even with him, like just so you know, like I have a whole family that, you know, is willing to be there for us if we need it. And if it's something that we can't figure out or fix between just me and you, well, we have help.
Yeah. Well, the con to this.
Okay.
The con.
Yeah.
To this, having a close family like this, we said the positive.
And there's a lot more. But
that's
a lot more. A big one. That's a big positive.
The con to this is that since we're so united, we're always up on everybody's business.
Yeah.
We're always on the phone. Oh my God, do you see what I mean? Do you see that? Did you see that? Oh my God, I can't believe that. And even
or something happens and we're like, you need to do this.
Yeah.
This is the way to fix it.
And I'm like, because even me, like sometimes I'll call you or you'll call me or Nancy calls me or I'll call her. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
One of us is always calling each other like, so what you think about this? Or what you think about that? And I don't think that's necessarily, I wouldn't say healthy, but it's not necessary because I feel like we could just directly say what we need to say to the person we have to say it to. Like, why would I call her? Why would I call you and like say it behind their back when I could just call her or you and be like, hey, this is what we think. So either get it together or...
Well, I think when you have a family as close as us and then it slowly starts growing, that's a lot of different personalities and a lot of different opinions. And when a family is so involved in each other's lives, we're bound to have opinions about like everything and everyone.
But I feel like with us, since we're so united, I feel like it could get to certain people's heads.
Oh, for sure.
You know 100%. What I mean? 100%. And that's not necessarily okay because... Like, let's say tomorrow we all go out to eat and then Nancy calls me or you call me and you're like, did you see how he was acting yesterday? Like, no. Like, I feel like if we have something to say, we should all just air it out together and see what that person says without lying or anything, you know?
For sure.
I don't know. I just feel like, me personally, I don't like that. But that's because we're very united, so we always know everybody's business.
We know everything that's going on with everyone.
And I feel like
especially Mama Nancy.
Right.
They keep tabs. They know.
No, but sometimes they be inventing stuff in their head. Like, sometimes that doesn't even happen.
I know.
And they're
but I will say, I think we've grown a lot as a family. Like, I think years ago, we were really bad where... I can't even imagine what it would have been like as an outside person coming into this family and seeing how overbearing and like in everyone's business and just like on top of each other we were. Yeah. Like I could completely understand how that could be intimidating and probably annoying. Like, damn, your family's all up on our business all the time. Like,
to this day,
yeah, like I get that. But I think we're doing it in a different way now. At least for me, I don't butt in do I butt in as much as I used to?
You know.
Right. Okay, and I feel like me and you do a good job at like checking the family.
Yeah.
And we're like, you guys, remember when we said we weren't gonna do stuff like this anymore?
True,
and then
true.
I feel like we kind of like,
or like not feed into it. Like, well, what do you want us to do about it? Or like,
okay. Yeah. So I feel like, but again, I think with so many people and so many different personalities, like it's never gonna be perfect. Like that's
of course not.
And I still think that there are so many pros that outweigh the cons.
Yeah.
But are there cons? Yes. And are they things that we should be working on and should be trying to like better? Yeah, but that's just even as an individual. You should always want to be trying to better your life, trying to better your relationship with your partner, with your family. Like you're always trying to grow and evolve. So I think I think there are way more benefits than cons, especially in this society where so many people I think feel lonely and feel like they don't have a community, feel like they don't matter. Like they when like, you know, everyone goes through times where you just feel like you hit rock bottom,
right?
When like life is falling apart and you just want to give up and I just don't know like where I go from here. Can you imagine doing that and not having anybody? Like it could be easy to just stay there. Whereas I think our family, because we're so in it and so like involved, we can sense that. We'll be like, hey, there's something wrong there. Like they're not acting like themselves. They're going through it. And I will say that's something that I really admire and I appreciate and love about our family is that when one of us is at a low, we're really quick to recognize it and we will pick them up.
Yeah.
Like we will do whatever we can. True. We'll be like, you're not feeling okay. You're feeling a no. We'll call each other. Who's going over there today? Mm-hmm. I'll go tomorrow. I'll do this. Like we're so quick to jump in and step in and lift you up, which I feel like that can be very difficult if you don't have someone in your corner willing to do that for you.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I think that's a huge benefit with having a close family. And then I don't have kids yet, but I would imagine even with kids, I know there's a lot of cons, especially me. I critique. And I don't have kids, so it's easy for me to critique right now. Yes, it is. I'm sure when I have kids, it's going to be annoying. But yeah, like I know I have opinions. So I would imagine that hearing all of our opinions is stressful. But also, even with the kids, I feel like when you have kids, you need more help than if it's just you and your partner. Yeah. If it's just you and your partner, you can pretty much solve everything just you two. Yeah. But with kids, it's nice to have a support system.
The opinion doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
Yeah,
and it's not necessarily you trying to like come at me or come at her or come at anybody. That's just you saying what you observe and what you think could be improved, if anything.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and if you're saying something that like needs attention, you're saying it from a good place. You're not saying it to like try to attack or vice versa. Yeah. Like even if it's coming from us with you, like you don't have kids right now, but like in the future, like we're not gonna be like, oh my god, you need to do this better, like be better. You know what I mean?
No, it's more so like, hey, I think maybe that's a behavior you should like try to work on, or like how can we help, or like maybe we should do this, or maybe try this. Like it's more so just like brainstorming. I think more than like, oh well, you're doing a terrible job. Like it's not coming from a place like that. How do you feel about pros and cons with children and having a close family?
I think it's the same thing. I think pros because I like the support system, and especially since like I never had to take any of them to daycare or like had anybody else take care of them. Like thankfully I had my mom, they have their other grandma from their dad's side, like they have a good support system, so we've never had to do anything. That's good. It's just sometimes the con, I don't think it's necessarily a con, I think it's more like of a pet peeve, like an annoyance, is that not everybody follows like the boundaries or like the rules.
Oh, for sure, because they're more comfortable because it's family.
Exactly. And if we were to take them to daycare, obviously they would be more like, all right, you don't want them to do this, you don't want them to do that. They would listen more, but you're also leaving them with strangers you don't know. So I would take them over, not necessarily listening, not necessarily not listening, but like I wouldn't even know how to
kind of bending the rules because they want to spoil them because they're the kids.
They're the kids. They're their grandkids, as they should, you know. But at the same time, it's like, all right, you guys needed to know.
They're very lenient and they let them get away with everything because they're their grandbabies. Like, of course.
But there needs to be a line.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. I've always said, y'all, that when I have kids, you heard it here first. Lisa's my babysitter.
She stays saying that, man.
I do stay saying that. I always say, like, I can't live that far from her because she's going to be my primary caretaker.
I don't know why babies. It's me, but...
Well, because you work part-time. So you have more free time.
Oh.
And I want to be closer to
Nancy's
you.
gonna be
And
working
your kids are
part-time.
going to be older. So yours might be in school.
Nancy's is gonna be done too.
Not really. Bella was just born.
Yeah. But by the time you have kids, she'll probably be in high school.
I mean, fair. You never know. I really don't know. But I think that's amazing that you've never had to take them to child.
Yeah.
One, because it's expensive.
It is.
Like daycare or nanny, all of that. Like they charge so much now. But also, I don't want other people raising my kids.
Yeah.
Especially for that many hours, like while you're at work. That's a whole day while you're at work that they would be watching your kids.
And it's nice because like mom and dad or even his mom, like they'll just come upstairs, come to our house. They're sleeping. I don't have to wake them up. None of that. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we'll bring them over here.
Yeah.
But like, it's like once a week.
You have it made. Yeah. Because it doesn't disrupt their routine. They're in their home. They're in their room. They're eating their food. Like, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I like that. So I would be the same way. I'd be like, I want to take care of our kids, or I want my family, like blood.
Right.
I want blood watching our kids. I don't want
our
other
side
people.
Or your side, but it doesn't matter.
I don't want to pay. I don't want a stranger watching my kids. And not everyone has that luxury.
Yeah.
So shout out to people that are able to afford it and like are okay with it. I know some people don't have a choice.
Right.
So they make it work with what they can. But that is another pro from us, is the fact that we have such a close family where we can choose to be like, no, you know what, strangers aren't watching these kids. It's gonna be us. It's gonna stay in the family.
Even on TikTok, like some parents choose to do like one parent does the morning shift and one parent does the night shift, so that way the kids always have a parent home.
That's amazing.
Whether even if they don't have any time together, the kids have one of them always home.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And that's dedication, because I wouldn't want to go days where like I barely see my partner.
Yeah.
That would bother me.
Yeah.
That would take a toll on your relationship
It
too.
would.
Because you'd feel like a single parent.
Yeah.
Because anytime you're with your kids, it's just you.
Yeah.
You're not really like together that often. But the fact that they're able to do that to ensure that their kids are being raised by them,
that's great. That's amazing.
Admirable. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, wow, I love that.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
I like that. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of to wrap this up, why don't you say what is your, like, above all, your favorite thing about having a close family?
My support system.
Your support system? Okay.
And kind of like what you said, like if I'm one day feeling down, like I know I could count on everybody to like bring me back up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even with the girls, like I know if like something were to happen with them, you guys were like so quick to come and be like, no, like if you guys need us to take this one or that, or you know what I mean? Like
there's been so many. Lise has called me when she has called me at like 7 p.m. and this is what she does. I go, hello. And she's like, hey, she's like, we're going to the hospital to this location. Come over here and pick up Madeline. And then she hangs up.
Yeah.
Like no context, no nothing. So I'm like panicking. I'm like, wait, what happened? She's like, oh, just come pick her up. And I'm like, okay. And I will drop everything I'm doing and I just drive. No questions asked.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's how we are.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If like you guys were to call me saying that, like obviously I would be on my way.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. Yeah, so I think my favorite thing and top pro for having a close family is the fact that, you know how some people hit rock bottom, whether that's divorce, you lose your house, your job, anything, in any situation in which you feel like you have nowhere to turn, and like you don't know how you're gonna get yourself out of this hole. I like the fact that we have never felt like that and will never feel that way, because whether it's you or Nancy or mom or dad or any one of us in the family, I know and you know, we all know that we will always have someone to turn to.
Because Ohana.
Because Ohana. You're so stupid. But we will always have someone in our corner, always have someone to turn back to, so we would never feel like we just hit an end where we dug ourselves into a hole that we can't get out of. We always have someone there to help pull us out and turn to. So like that is Lilo all we have Stitch. For this. Like Lilo and Stitch, Lise, yes. That's all we have for this week's topic. As you guys know, we end every episode with an inspirational quote or story. And today, Lise is going to hit us with some inspo before we let you guys go.
3 episodes you didn't lot me.
I mean, you guys, I like for the episodes to be well done.
Okay.
I feel like I have really good
okay,
Woody
guys,
Rather
ready?
questions. Yes.
Pay attention to whom your energy increases and decreases around, because that's the universe giving you a hint of who you should embrace and stay stray from.
Ooh, I like that one.
Right?
I've heard that before, where like pay attention to how you feel after you hang out with someone.
Yeah.
Like after it's over, after you walk away, how do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you feel good? Do you feel drained? Do you feel down about yourself? Do you feel good about yourself? That'll tell you more than anything else. Like just listen to your body.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Thank you.
That's a good reminder, y'all. That's all we have for this week's episode. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share. If you want to follow us on any social media, everything is at Let Me Call My Sis. We hope you have an amazing week, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.